This video will discuss selecting farms and fields, setting up guidance tracks, as well as setting up variety documentation on the display. To set up this information, select the Setup button in the bottom left-hand corner of the display. To choose a field, select the location box. If you are using boundaries, Field Locator is automatically on, and the display will tell you that it has recognized boundaries that are close to your current location. In this example, we have 3 fields that are currently near our location. We can either choose the correct field, or we could go to View All to see the full list of fields. In this case, we will go ahead and choose one of our fields with a boundary that has been located. We can then see the boundary with the shape of the field. Go ahead and select OK. Once the field is entered, we can go ahead and begin to set up our crop type as well as our variety. Go ahead and select crop. Select all crop types. Scroll down until you find your appropriate crop. In this case, we will use corn. Select OK. The next step is to set up a variety. Select the variety box, and then we have the option to choose whether we would like to plant a single variety across all rows of the planter, or we could pick dual if we were planting one variety on each side. We also have the ability to do custom and set multiple varieties across the planter on different rows. If we were doing something like refuge planting, this may be an option that we would choose. In this case, we're going to pick dual, and then we can pick a variety on both the left and right side of the planter. So we have some varieties loaded in our setup file, which we can see listed here. One thing to note on a Generation 4 display that is different than a 2630 is we do not have the seed brand as an option. We only have the variety name. So we can see here we have some different variety numbers, but we're really not maybe sure exactly what the seed brand is. So when you're creating your varieties in your setup file, if you would like to have the seed brand included, make sure you include that in the variety name, which we have some examples below. So we can see we have a Pioneer 1197, and we have a Wellman 2510. We also have an AgriGold 6579. So we have the ability to put some more information there if we would like to. So we can see we just have simply 6579, then we have AgriGold 6579, and also the STX designation, which would indicate it is a Smart Stack variety. Sometimes variety names entered in Operations Center may be longer than what the display can handle. In this case, we can see that 6579 is a 114-day variety, and it was entered in Operations Center to show 114-day maturity, but the display cut that off. So in this case, we may need to edit that if we would like to include that. We can hit the pencil icon, and we can edit this name. So maybe I shorten up my AgriGold to AG. And then I can add my 114-day back on the end. Select OK, and then I can see my new name. I also have the ability to delete varieties out of my list as well. So we're going to go ahead and choose 6579 STX, select OK, and I can see that is on the left side of the planter. You can go to the right side and select the variety I would like to set up there. Once done, go ahead and select OK. We also have the ability on a planter to choose either a controller rate or a prescription. In this case, controller rate, we're using what the planner currently has set up for different rates, which it will pull from there. We also have the ability to select a prescription, choose the prescription box. We currently have no prescriptions loaded in the display under the current field. So we will need to go to all prescriptions, then we can see what prescriptions are loaded in the display. We'll go ahead and select the correct one, choose OK. Then I will get a note that says there's additional information that needs to be filled out in order to use this shapefile prescription. Go ahead and select OK, and it will allow you to walk through the setup. I will need to choose a rate column, which will come off of the Excel spreadsheet that was used to make the shapefile, which will be different in different cases. In this case, we're going to use seating count and how this one was set up. Rate column units, select seats per acre. Then we have the ability to set up our no GPS rate and out of zone rate. If we do not fill that out, if we get outside of the zone or lose GPS, the planner will plant 0 rate. So we do need to fill these out. So we'll go ahead and select 32,000 for both of those. Then we have the ability to assign this prescription to a specific field, but we do not have to. Go ahead and select Save. It will show us the picture of the prescription, show us the high and the low rates. If I need to adjust the rates, I can change the multiplier, which will change what the original target was to what we're actually going to apply. I can also change the look ahead if I desire. Go ahead and select OK when happy. So I now have all of my setup done. I've chosen my field, chosen my crop, set up my variety, as well as my prescription. Select OK, and now we're ready to plant.